found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
Is it just me, or is anyone else peckish?
That's far enough!
Take this! Dragon Force!
Don't mind if I do.
You're finished! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Inferno crossing!
Win!
Mega Ray!
Flying free!
Illuminate
They just sit still! Shia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine!
Do it! Await astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
One more! Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the sun!
Win!
Annihilation!
Hurricane Thrust!
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No place here! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Dazzle! I'm
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push!
Let's do this together.
Dragon Swarm!
Watch and
You're finished!
annihilation! Astral energy!
Say no more!
There!
Not a chance!
One more! Mega Ray! Hurricane
Eternal devastation!
All yours, Kisara.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Out of my way!
Take this! You picked the wrong fight!
Illuminate the dark! I'll take the brunt of this hit!
Win!
Look sharp! The blacking part is our weak point!
I'm not done!
Recover!
Thanks, Xion.
Win!
No more playing
interrupted.
nice! Here, let me help!
Take this!
Switch
Dragon
to
Swarm!
Far beyond the
Win!
inferno crossing!
Searing Gale!
Let's pick up! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Here's a healing arm! Hurricane
Try harder!
Hurricane
Dragon Swarm!
My astral energy!
Severing Wind!
Blizzard blow! It's weakened!
Here I come! This ends now!
Flaming meteor! Drinking orb!
It's up! Devastation! It's over!
Shield?
Try harder! Hold nothing back! Here I come! Crush! Eternal devastation! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get
You
behind me.
picked the wrong... Got it! I'll leave it to you! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here I go! Got hurricane! Wind astral energy! Light here, Dad!
Here I go! Dragon Swarm! Wind!
Play so hard!
What the hell is going on?
Fall back, Alphen. We'll take point here.
Thanks. Sorry to impose on you like this.
Meteor!
Crush! Here I come!
Dance in
No
the wind!
escape!
Air thrust!
Wind!
Reload!
Soaring! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Going in! Hurricane Strike!
You're mine!
Denied! Graviton Field! A wailing Banshee Flight!
Severing Wind!
A whirling circle! Outstanding form! Wind Meteor! Inferno Tossing!
Searing Gale!
Can't move!
Come on! You have
Healing
to hold on.
Circle! Lightning! Bring you back from death to Lightning condemned!
Down! You're all... Tiger Blade!
Here, Radiant!
You're mine!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
You wanna play? Then come at me!
The Hurricane Roar!
Here I come!
I can't hear you forever!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Dance in the wind! Back into the
know
air!
what
Hurricane Citizen! Duel the Arc! Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Go for the... Point!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the fun. Nowhere.
Dragon Swarm!
Astro Art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Strike!
Magic is there!
You're finished! Take this! Dazzle!
Recover! Water escalator!
It's over!
Show you what my art can do!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Make it rain!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you.
Hurricane Thrust! Soaring Light Spear!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
There! Go!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
It got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was included.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Let's keep up the pressure!
Searing Gale!
Here, critical! Here's a healing art! I'll be right there!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Plenty left! Here's the
Severing Wind! Hurricane Thrust! Searing Gale!
Burning Strike!
Strike!
Freeze Laser! Glacial Arctic Waterfall! Field! Let's get you up out the way!
I owe you one. No time!
A whirling struggle! Need to pull my... Here, let me help!
You're mine!
First strike!
Severing Wind!
Field! Hurricane Strike! Lightning!
This one's mine!
You're on!
Laser Blow!
I'm not done!
How do you like being pounded into shape? Switch up!
Now, all is reeling!
Take it down!
Wind! Devastation!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art to accomplish
Demon Fang! It's on!
Hurricane Strike!
Dragon Swarm!
Blizzard Blow! Radiant Light! Here! Flaming Meteor! Here, let me
Ignite!
help! Lightning
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Illuminate the
Severing Wind! Soaring Light Spear! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need to use all the
Here I
power of
come!
my healing art to
Total
accomplish
devastation!
Resurrection!
I'm not done!
How about this? Disasters made one!
You're about
Flaming Meteor!
Yeah!
A whirling struggle!
Inferno
Trumpet! Winds of going in! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing art to accomplish this.
I'm not done!
Oh, will you guys come over?
Instant! Impact block!
Do you still have enough energy for healing?
Honestly, I'm a little worse for wear. The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight. That... just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really, really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire. and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevericht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here's evil!
How about this?
Not on my watch! Crescent Moon! Freeze Lancer! I'll shoot them out of the sky!
You picked the wrong fight!
Go for the danger!
Showtime!
Winds of heaven! First
Eternal devastation!
Radiant!
How about this? Severing wind! Wheeling gale!
Venus without a break! I'll be saving this one! Purge Maleficent!
How do you like
Magic
being
is
pounded into shape?
Explosion! Going in! Freeze Lancer! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear!
Here's
Here's evil! Freeze Lancer!
Meteor!
This'll come in handy!
Here, let me help.
A whirling Smash!
Okay, here I go!
Sleep now! Let's get
Dragon
it!
Force!
Dance in the wind!
Wind!
Air drive! Too much friction! A chain between heaven and earth!
It's looking good!
A wailing banshee! Got it!
My head
Now's our
is spinning
chance.
just watching you.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Piercing roar!
Shut him down!
Raging
No,
Storm!
this one's going on!
Hey! One more time!
Let's keep up the pressure.
Ice Crush!
Searing gale!
Mega Ray! Time Leon!
No escape!
I'll heal you all!
Anything normal is all mine.
I owe you one!
Lightning Rage Cascade! Spread! Dance to the wind! Air thrust!
On guard.
Ready!
Look sharp.
Try harder!
Look sharp.
Illuminate the dark!
On guard.
Holy Ghost! Holy Lens! A chain between heaven and
Not
earth!
today!
A wailing banshee of
On
lightning!
guard.
Dragon Form!
Hurricane strike.
Severing wind! Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Burning here! There you go! Don't let up!
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike!
Eternal devastation! Severing wind! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Kitara! Frozen!
Hammer.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Right, here goes!
All the power of my healing arts is Thunderblast!
There are more interrupted.
Wind!
Aim for the weak point!
Illuminate the top! Gotta hold it together. Do or die! A whirling struggle. Resuscitation! Winds of heaven! First Inferno!
Not done yet.
Healing arts to a cyclone!
Carve through one! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for!
Hurricane
Get
Storm!
behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Raging without a flaming meteor! Sleep now!
You're mine!
Explosion!
Fluid escape!
Hurricane strike!
Internal devastation! Here I come! This one's all mine! Ignite! Here I come! Strike!
Here, let me
Silver
help!
and wind!
This one's mine!
Searing gale!
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Everyone, yeah. You too.
So weak!
Quit pushing yourself and get behind us!
I'll be right as rain in no time.
I owe you one.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Ah, right.
Healing circle.
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Here I come!
Sleep now.
Sever and wind!
It's weakened.
This ends now! Wind! Searing gale!
Flaming meteor!
Mega ray.
This one's really low!
Take this! Strike!
Here, let me help!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Sever and wind! Tear! Hurricane thrust! Stay away from my friend! Here I come! This one's all mine!
I'll bring you back from death.
Sever and wind! Mirage! Strike! Eternal devastation! I'm not done!
Shield and
Fluid
ring!
escape!
Here's a healing article.
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Ready to go!
Get you all tucked away.
Ah! Take this! Fluid escape! Not today! You're mine! I'm not done!
Beast of
Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial Pine out of ammo! Tiger Blade!
You're mine! Dragon
How
Swarm!
about this?
Tear! You're mine! I'm not done! Stardust! Soaring Lightning!
Here's the evil.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Sever and wind! You're up there! I could do without this pain! Here I come!
Everyone, get back! It's too
Dragon
dangerous!
Swarm! Now!
I'm
All is
going
freely!
Take it down!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Shot!
Well done!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Oh, two sides to the world! Here, let me help!
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Lunar Corruption! Raging
Here I
Storm!
come!
By the
Dragon
power
Swarm! Wind!
Ice Prison! Hear me!
Take this!
Flame of Fury!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell!
Here's the evil!
This one's mine!
You're mine! Strike!
Freeze Lancer!
On guard!
Stardust!
Plenty left!
Soaring Light Spear! Tear!
In here!
Mirage! You're mine!
More for the stockpile! I'm going to need you for all the magic is in! Let me
Here I
show you
come.
what my art can do!
Mirage!
This will come in
Here I
handy!
come!
Hurricane
Dragon
strike!
Swarm! Eternal devastation! Ha! It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle! Let's
Appreciate the help.
Try harder!
Mega
Not a
Ray!
chance! Ha! Here I go!
Banana! Let's go!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Beast of Salt!
Outstanding form!
Mirage!
Air
I'm
thrust!
not done!
Healing
Dragon
circle!
Swarm!
Damn it!
Take It's time! Not today!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Oh, Susan! Make it rain! Keep going! Hang slice! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Any chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?